Hello everybody and welcome back to Dr. Ghost Games, and today I bring you guys a ZF-6. It is a Tier 7 German Premium Destroyer, and you guys can get this right now actually in the campaign. And yeah, I just picked it up this morning and I've got a review, I've got a gameplay for you, and let's take a look at this ship. It looks interesting and it's actually a fun ship, I don't mind it. I have it set up as a gunboat, and you guys will see that in the gameplay along with some torping action and stuff like that. Anyway, let's take a look at the upgrades in loadout. We have Aiming Systems Mod 1, Propulsion Mod 2, and we have Concealment Systems Mod 1, along with Gunfire Control Systems Mod 2. Now, for the loadout, we have High Explosive, Armor Piercing, Torpedoes, of course. We have our Damage Control Party. We have 2 Smoke Generators, 2 engine boosts, and 1 reload booster. We have the early adopter flag as well, along with the Type 9 camo that the ship comes with. It looks pretty nice indeed. For the survivability, we have 20,000 hit points and 7 through 20 millimeters of armor. Not the most amount of armor. We've got about 5 128 millimeter guns, shoot out to 10.8 kilometers, 3.5 second reload, about 18-second 180-degree turn time, 1450 maximum HE shell damage, 6% fire chance, and a 2950 AP shell damage. The torpedoes, we've got 8 of them. They reload every minute 30 seconds, and they go out to about 8 kilometers. So they're not the best torpedoes in the world. The damage is okay, 18,400 damage, but it's nothing to boast about, not the hugest amount of range in the world. For the AA defense, it's actually pretty good. It's in between. It can do what it has to do. And if you get attacked by a carrier, this thing can put up a bit of a fight and shoot down some planes. For the maneuverability and concealment, it's pretty good. It's a destroyer. I think it's like every other one. If you want to go concealment build, you can go concealment build. If you want to go gunboat build, you can go gunboat build. So it's got rapid reload, barrage, and powerful AA defenses. For the commander, we've got Eric Bay with William Sims and Vincent Mordoff as inspirations. We have Shifty. We have Observant Range. We have Look at Me Now. We have Perceptive. Then we have Smoke on the Water and Leviathan. He's a rank 15 legendary captain. I'll see you all over in the gameplay. Enjoy the video. Alrighty, here we are. We're going to be on 2 brothers with the ZF-6, and welcome to the gameplay. This is going to be a fun one. Now, if you guys saw my Fletcher video yesterday, or not yesterday, but the most recent video that I posted last week, I hope you did enjoy it, and along with the Black Friday videos I got out there for you as well. Now, the ZF-6, I do like it. It's not a bad ship. Now, would I say it's better than some other Tier 7 destroyers? Probably not. I still prefer other things, like the Fletcher, like, just everything else. This thing's good, though, don't get me wrong, but I still have other preferables, basically, over this ship. Now, I'm not saying that ship is bad. It's actually very good. It's very strong, and you guys will see some of its strengths, and even maybe some of its weaknesses in this video. So keep that in mind. But with all that being said, let's go and charge here. We got it looks like a Japanese destroyer with us, along with our team behind us as well. And we're going to see what we can do. Now, we're going to push up. We're on 2 brothers, and most people like to push down the middle. Or not most people, but some people like doing it, and that's not usually the smartest play, especially as a destroyer, because usually your team needs you on these kind of flanks here. And yeah, you guys will see that. Now we're getting to detect ribbons, because we're spotting these battleships that are out here currently for our team. And yeah, now we're going to pre-fire some torpedoes. We're trying to make sure we don't hit the Kagero. We're getting them behind them. And yeah, then the ZF-6, the Sims pops up, and we're going to start dacking our guns over there. If you guys remember watching my Fletcher video, if you guys haven't, feel free, but this is another one of those things I love just to use the guns on. And yeah, we already got a fire, and notice we're not using the reload booster yet. That is because he's going to smoke up, and it might be a waste. Now, we actually do manage to blind fire and kill the Sims, giving our first blood award. And now, look at our torps there. We did pre-fire those. And yeah, we also get him as well. And I was freaking out. My camera was turning there because I was like, oh my goodness, thank God I was recording this. And keep in mind, guys and gals, this is the very first match in this ship. And so far, first impressions of it, it's pretty good. I just killed 2 destroyers back to back. And don't get me wrong, my team was helping me, and the Kagro was doing his thing along with our ships behind us, helping as well. But yeah, anyway, 2 destroyers off the board. That's detrimental to the enemy, and that's a huge loss for them. And yeah, now we're gonna start raining torpedoes out on these guys because we have free reign over here now. Both our destroyers on this side are dead, and we can just go around here doing whatever we want. And now our torpedoes just got reloaded, and we're sending them out on this King George V. And yeah, they're gonna go there, and they're gonna do some things. Now, now we're gonna look off to our left. We saw Richelieu pop up. He looked to have been turning away, and we are spotted because we fired our guns at the King George V. And hopefully the Richelieu pops up again so we can get a shot off, and he actually does. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like I turned to get my guns off in time. So we're just gonna wait until we come around the island again, and we're gonna start shooting possibly at the King George V here. Now, look at that torpedo on the very end. It barely just hits him. It almost missed, but we did manage to connect it, and it did cause a flooding and knock out his rudder, I believe, bringing our damage up to 34,000 damage. And yeah, now we're going to keep the Daka going. We even use a reload booster, and as you guys can see, the reload is absolutely insane. And yeah, we're just firing off so many shells at this poor King George V. There's just not much he can do about it. He looks to be turning away, and I would too. And yeah, it's not that fun for him, I wouldn't say. He's not having a good time. Now then the frickin' the Kagero comes in and just rams me and gives me a little hug, and I have no idea what he was doing. I was trying to reverse to get him off me, so that way he can go past me. And anyway, and now we're starting to shoot at these battleships over here, and we do manage to get a fire, I believe, on the Richelieu. And yeah, so, or no, on the Bismarck, I believe we get a fire. But yeah, we're just keeping the Daka going. I am a huge Fletcher player, as you guys know. I love my gunboats more than my stealth torpers, so I have a really strong habit of just firing my guns constantly in anything that has good guns. It's just a habit. I'm very impatient sometimes, and I just like using my guns, and to me it's freaking fun. Now we're at 50,000 damage, and yeah, and there's another fire on the King George V. I believe that is a perma-fire. And our torpedoes are going out to those 2 battleships, but the problem is they don't have much range, and they will, spoiler alert, they will miss, unfortunately. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna pop our engine boost here in a second, and we're gonna start zooming towards these battleships because they are fleeing. And notice that the enemy has lost every single one of their destroyers, and we have lost none. We haven't lost a single ship. And there's actually a cruiser that managed to sneak up the middle, get behind our battleships. It is in our base currently, but I believe we're going to have our battleships defend it. And yeah, I don't know what the Surrey was thinking on the enemy team, but he obviously wasn't too bright, and he decided up the middle without any sort of support, which actually did work, but it didn't work at the same time. When he comes out, he's going to have a big surprise waiting for him. Now we do get a fire on the Richelieu, or not the Richelieu, the Bismarck. Again, I was hoping for that fire, and we did manage to set it. And we're just going to keep this damage rolling, and we're going to keep the guns firing, and that's just what this thing's about, for me, at least. This is how I like playing my destroyers as a gunboat, because I'm the most maneuverable, I'm the most agile, it's very hard to hit me, and a lot of times battleships just don't even shoot destroyers, and I can just do whatever I want, and I can go around shooting these battleships down, setting fires, and slowly killing them by 1,000 cuts, and that's basically what gunboat destroyers are all about. And not just that, also killing other destroyers. Now, the one thing I thought the ZF-6 had, and I was playing against it, every time I played against it, I thought it had sonar. I really did, but unfortunately it doesn't have sonar. It's like one of the only German high-tier destroyers to not have sonar. I would actually rather, if I could have the ability to swap out my engine, or not my engine boost, my reload booster for maybe some 4 or 5 kilometer sonar, because that's what I wanted. The reload booster is it can be pretty useless at times or it can be very situational rather, because of the fact that you only get one of them, you only get one use, it only lasts for what, 10 to 15 seconds? So you can get what, 30, 40 shells off in that time, which is a lot, don't get me wrong, but you can only use one use of it, and that's the problem. I was up against a Le Fantasque earlier, I was using the reload booster on it, and I only took a quarter of his health away, or something like that. It didn't seem that useful, for me anyway. But yeah, the reload's already good enough. I think if they just made an option to where I could swap it out for maybe a sonar, I think that'd be great. Or a couple sonars even. But anyway, Bismarck is dead, and now we're just focusing on the Richelieu. Our torpedoes do look like they're unfortunately going to miss. We're at 85,000 damage, and the match is already coming to an end. It's been a fun one, and it's been just, you know, then again, just been another one of those firework gameplay videos of the freaking ZF-6, or of a destroyer. That's how I play destroyers, a lot of them. Especially the Americans, especially the Japanese gunboats like the Akizuki, and even the Germans as well, as you guys are seeing now. And that's just how I play these ships, and when I have the opportunity to stealth warp, I do take it. And I think that's going to be the end right there. I think that's ended off at 80,000 damage and 3 kills. Not bad at all for the first match, and I'm still learning this ship, my friends, and that's about it. And there we go, that's the video for the ZF-6. Hope you all did enjoy. And if you guys want, feel free to drop a like and comment down below what you thought. And even if you guys really want to be that kind, don't forget to subscribe as well, if you guys like what I'm doing here. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, stay healthy, as always.